Welcome to my channel. My name's Patty. Today I'm going to do a what sold video. Before I do that though, I do want to let you know that I did have a listing removed. It was a jewelry, it was a sterling silver necklace with cubic zirconia in it. Now I think this was back on August 17th. I just want to talk a little bit about that. Then I'll get into some of my sales that I had recently. But anyway, so I received an email from eBay that they had removed one of my jewelry listings, and according to them, it was one of their AI bots or whatever that did this. So I looked at the email and I'm thinking, well, why would they remove this? I thought I had it in the right category and this and that. But anyway, instead of just glancing at the email real quickly, I really took time to read it this time. And what I found I had to do was, we had to remove your listing because it didn't follow our jewelry policy. Listings must clearly and accurately represent the item. I thought everything was fine, but I'm not going to get into reading this whole thing. I just want to tell you the part of the email that they sent me that I'm thinking, okay, now for next time I'm going to do this. As I'm reading down, I knew it was a cubic zirconia, I know it was sterling silver, it was marked and everything. And I'm thinking, what did I do wrong? Well, in the item specifics, if you sell jewelry, you have to tell them if this stone has been lab created, simulated, natural, this and that. I didn't know how it was. If you do not, it says right here, if you do not know if the gemstone has been enhanced or treated, or whether it is lab created or simulated, or the grade of the gem, then you should consider having it certified. I wasn't going to have that certified. It's just a cubic zirconia in sterling silver necklace. But anyway, it says, if you don't know if it's been enhanced in any kind of way, I should have listed it in the fashion jewelry and then put select main stone and then select unknown, and then I would have been fine. It wouldn't have been removed. But yeah, so I have to pay more attention to details like this, and I'm just going to pick out a few, but most of my sales were bread and butter, but I'll take it. Pays the bills. So it's jewelry. I get my jewelry in jewelry lots most of the time, so I pay less than $1 for jewelry, like really pennies on the dollar. So just keep this in mind when you see these sales, because I do have some $7.99 sales in here, but I'll take it. And these are not going to be in any kind of particular order. This vintage brass fishing lure, I had this listed for the longest time as a pendant, and then I went back and I'm thinking, maybe that's a lure. And then it finally sold when I went back months later and put it as a fishing lure, and it sold. So, rhinestone, I love cat's pin. This sold for $7.99. I've been marking a lot of my stuff down just to get it out of here. I want to get better inventory in. I sold this Jeep Cherokee wiper delay switch. This sold for $74.99. We had that here. Customer left me positive feedback. I always hold my breath with those higher sales, but anyway, with the Olympics, everything, I knew this would sell. I did have this marked up. I should have left it marked up. I had it for $100. I had it for a little bit more than $100, but then I marked it down when I got closer to it. I thought, I need to sell some stuff here. I marked it down, and it sold close to home here. This sold for $54.99, and it was a dynamic reveal Nike Olympics women's Olympic jacket, and it was really cool looking. Check out the USA on the back. It was really cool. Lila Rose hair clip. This sold for $7.99. I had a lot of watchers on that when I first listed that. It had been listed for a while though, and I thought, I'm just going to sell it. I had it listed for like $15.99, and back then I had a lot of watchers on it, and it just nothing came of it, so I just kept marking it down, and it sold. This pink rhinestone necklace is sold for $24.99. These salt and pepper shakers, They look like squirrels to me. But anyway, I seen somebody else. I put them in Google Image a while ago, and I seen somebody else listing them as squirrels, or maybe they're supposed to be. I don't know, but they sold for $12.99. They're vintage. They had a lot of cosmetic imperfections on them. Some Miracle Lions earrings. These sold for $7.99. I knew these ones would sell because they're kind of like different looking. And I got them in a bulk lot. You've seen in probably 2 videos ago. Now, the next couple of items were jewelry. They all sold to this buyer that bought the earrings. She also bought this triangle necklace. I sold that for $7.99. These feather earrings, $7.99. And she also bought this Austrian crystal Phoenix pendant. This sold for $17.99. That was all in a bundle buy. Silk table runner. This sold for $26.99. This beta fish plush. If you see this, pick it up. There's quite a few sales for these. This sold for $12.99. This shirt, this was mine. This sold for $12.99. This belt, this went international, $17.99. And this was a vintage men's Peterborough belt. It was leather. This Habitat for Humanity pin, $11.99. This necklace, $14.99. This faceted black bead necklace, this one sold for $14.99. Another vintage glass beaded necklace, this one sold for $14.99. The vintage piece bracelet, this sold for $14.99. This vintage sterling silver Quebec pendant, this sold for $17.99. This crystal palm leaves necklace, this sold for $9.99. This bow necklace, this sold for $9.99. This vintage pocket tee, this was an XXL. This came in one of those America's Thrift Supply boxes. This sold for $17.99. I think it did. This vintage rhinestone necklace, this one sold for $24.99. These musical note charms, $14.99, and that came in a bulk buy of jewelry. This vintage Knowles sugar bowl, I didn't know the brand of it. It wasn't marked in any way, but I did a Google search and it came up to be Knowles sugar bowl. So I sold that for $12.99. I got that for free with a whole bunch of other glass stuff. $1.99. Pine bow brooch, this sold for $14.99. $27.99. These vintage Jim Thompson coasters, $12.99. This vintage Certified plush, this one was number 5. Some people collect these. I sold this one for $12.99. These vintage Joan Rivers earrings, these sold for $12.99. They were signed. This vintage copper leaf brooch, $9.99. These I got for free. These I got quite a few of them. I don't have them all listed, but this Disney Jonas Brothers birthday banner, $9.99. This Hope bracelet, $12.99. These Liz Claiborne earrings, $9.99. These vintage pink heart earrings, $7.99. This Carhartt coveralls, $19.99, and these were a size 18 months. If you see baby Carhartt, pick it up. This vintage Zelda Wisdom, little kind of an Elvis decoration, $14.99. These vintage Christmas earrings, $7.99. This Roman Reigns wrestling shirt, $16.99, and that was in a America's Thrift Supply box. These vintage Scarecrow brooches, they sold for $10.99. This Black Horse stuffed animal, this sold for $10.99. These Patricia, $14.99. this squeaking duck, $14.99. Coat and snowsuit. This sold for $29. They were my grandchild's. I sold this Coventry ring. This sold for $17. This Bijou Bridget necklace, $16. This Japna maxi dress, this sold for $32. And this Tommy Hilfiger. Like, please subscribe, and I'll talk to you later.